talk.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time you're watching. I'm John Gray, and we're just plain living here.
Yes, we are. Good morning, John. I'm Peggy Burton. Nice to be here.
And you know what? You know where we're living?
No,
Huh?
no clue.
Well, we are living, as of this week, out of the top 100 small towns in the 150 small towns in the United States of America. Tullahoma is number 26.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
26 in the whole United States of America?
Well,
That's
it's
real
really
good.
I know, it's real good. That's pretty amazing, though.
It is amazing, and it's about the most of it that I saw was about it's an interesting town with interesting history. There's a lot of history, but most of it was about the lakes, and it's pretty here.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
It's
state.
green here.
I know. Can you imagine living your life with just concrete and stuff like that, and no green?
Well, when I was on that trip for Eddie Bauer, and I was in every state west of the Mississippi, you don't realize how green it is here compared to the rest of this country. Now, there's a lot of green out there, but
yeah.
you go through some states and ain't green anywhere.
We have a lot of state parks that
Oh,
try
heavens,
to
yes. We have
honor
a
and
wonderful
treasure the
system.
trees and the landscape, and it's
So,
beautiful.
and the weather's temperate. And today
Right.
it's wonderful.
Today is awesome.
We're going to have a little rain, but we have rain, and you need rain. You know, a lot of places in the world are in drought right now.
That scares me worse than anything,
Yeah.
when the water is gone.
Well, but the thing about it is, it's so interesting, and I'm a archaeology buff and all of that. A lot of these places where water has gone way down, they have found interesting villages that were underwater. They found all kinds of remains of different animals and different types of people that we didn't even know existed.
So at one time had lots of
That
water.
one time was here. But I saw a thing, Plymouth Rock. There showed a picture of Plymouth Rock, and everybody talks about the weather changing and all of this stuff changing. And in or whenever it was, 1680 or whenever it was that Plymouth Rock was put there, it was at sea level.
Yeah, that's hard to
And
believe.
today it's still at sea level.
Yeah. So what is the cause of?
Everything
So
else
much
has changed, but Plymouth
going
Rock's sitting
around.
in the same place.
I know, that's great.
It's not underwater, it's not out of water,
Yeah,
it's
it's
sitting
just
where the
right
water
there where
is.
it was.
It's at sea level. And I thought that was pretty interesting.
We have so many lakes. Is that what keeps us so green?
Well, it's not that as much as one of the things that I noticed when I was traveling is how flat a lot of states are. And the reason I could understand that is the first time I saw one of those big electric treadmills, windmills, I thought, well, I wonder how far away that is. And so I looked at my mileage, and when I got right beside it, it was 85 miles.
To the first.
I could see for 85 miles.
And
That means you could see on the
huge.
other side of Nashville,
Yeah.
but you can't here.
Right.
Because of the hills and the trees. You can't see, you're lucky if you can see 2 miles away.
I agree. Yeah, you are.
And out there you just see forever
Miles,
and
miles
ever
and
and
miles
ever.
and
And
miles.
one thing that was ridiculous on that trip, I was gone for 31 days. I was only in rain one time.
You were lucky.
But I could see rain,
Yeah, in the distance.
big rain. But by the time I'd get there, it'd be gone. And you just don't see that stuff like that here.
First time I ever traveled across country, and we were on our way to go to the Philippine Islands, I think, or somewhere. And it wasn't such an easy trip in those days. And I remember when I first saw the desert, I was saying, oh, this is so beautiful. Look at this, look at that. And then as the day wore on, I finally said, well, damn the desert.
Yeah,
It
damn,
just
desert,
wore-
when's it gonna go?
It wore me out.
Think if you're walking across it.
I know, many people have.
You know, so no, and a lot of folks don't realize that we have desert in the
Right.
United States of America.
And we have plenty
And we
of it.
do.
Yep, we do.
It's all kinds of sand. You know, it's Easter, it's
It's
Lenten season, 40 days, and I've got a couple of things I want to read for you that participate in that. And because a lot of people participate in this. I cross the street, I cross my heart. At times puzzled by crossed words, I kneel reverently before the one that bore man's burdens at great cost. I walk out with one on my forehead, a believer of the cross, Ash Wednesday.
Very nice.
Okay? So, with that said, what a lot of people do for Lent is give up something. And a lot of people give up food of certain kind.
Are you giving up Brussels
Brussels,
sprouts?
no, I've had Brussels sprouts that I like
Okay.
since then, so now I'm giving up asparagus.
Okay.
I don't like asparagus. But a lot of people will give up sweets, and they'll give up meat, and they'll give up this
Right.
and give up that, and so there's a lot of people eating salad.
And that's good. That's good for you.
Excuse me. This is an invitation. King of the realm, Lord Lettuce of Head, invites you to the palace at Gardene to join him and his family for an annual springtime event. In attendance will be Prince Thomas Arthur of Tow, or Tom A. Tow, Princess Olive of Oil, Prince Tarragon of Vinegar, Princess Parsnip, the Royal Prince Radish, the Earl of Egg, the Earl of Onion, the Duke Dill of Weed, the Duchess of Damas, the Count of Carrot, Count Cucumber, Count Count Zoo of Keeney, Viscount Mush of Room, the Countess Colby of Cheese, the Countess of Crouton, the Royal Barrister from Beat, and the King's Musketeers, Sir Bacon of Bit, Sir Pine of Nut, Sir Raisin of Gold, Sir Poppy of Seed, Sir Sprout of Bean, and Lady Sprinkle of Spice. Please join Lord Lettuce for this year's royal salad.
That's a lot of salad.
A lot of
A
salad.
lot of ingredients.
So,
Well said.
and when it's over, ham, yams, deviled eggs, mac and cheese. May I have some broccoli casserole, please? Tomatoes, potatoes, homemade rolls, green beans, coconut and carrot cakes, bunny cookies and pies. A day when your stomach's as big as your eyes. But the family there is where the fulfillment lies. Easter dinner.
That's right. That's right.
So, just a few
And I
things.
see you got the bunnies out.
Huh?
I see you got the
We
bunnies
got
out.
bunnies. We got all kinds of things happening, and we got some interesting stuff on the show. Tell us a little bit about what's going to be on today.
Well, we're going to have something about our St. Patrick's Day event, which is the next thing that I'm involved in at South Jackson, the 17th of March. We'll talk about that then. And also, another march happening is Into the Woods, that the community theater piece.
Yeah.
And it's all very close, lots to do. So we encourage everybody to come out and look up southjackson.org, tickets, anytime you want tickets.
And Jim and Inge and family are going to be on today and share some of what they're going to do.
They're performing at the St. Patrick's Day
Right,
event.
and Jim is very excited because it's not just going to be music. It's a real show.
Right.
It's a professional show like you would see at T-Pack or something else, because there's going to be dancing and singing and playing, and it's a whole
good.
deal. Yeah,
It sounds
whole
good.
deal.
Jim is an amazing artist on the violin. And then he could fiddle his way through the country too.
Fiddle his way through the whole
Yeah.
state of Tennessee because he has.
Yeah, right.
And been the fiddle champion numerous times.
They
And
all
his
hold
lovely wife,
honors, yeah.
Inge, brings a softness
Exactly.
to that whole thing that
I'm
just
glad they're
turns it
coming.
into a wonderful thing.
It-
And their daughter's an incredible drummer and,
The whole
utility
family, I
person.
think, is
Yeah.
involved.
Very,
And
very
that's
involved.
wonderful.
Very, very well done. And they're going to be on today. And then also today, we have Mary Samaniego, our city planner, who is going to be on to talk about the 2011 plan, some of that, and the issues that are going on in rezoning in Tullahoma right now. And what
That'll
we're
be
going to do
interesting.
with Mary is we probably won't be able to get all of that discussed in a time slot that's on this show. So we're going to hit some high spots, and then Mary is going to hang around and do an insight show with
Oh,
me.
good.
So we'll have Mary on Insight after this afternoon, which is also on our channel. That's our 30-minute or to an hour show, depending on how long we want to make it, about things you need insight into things that are going on
Yeah.
around town, and it's where to find out the facts. And Mary is going to spend time with us. And by the time you watch what's on this show today, the living show, and then watch the Insight show, you ought to have a pretty good understanding of what's going on
In
in
Tullahoma.
Tullahoma as far
Or
as
Coffee
zoning.
County. Does that
and
involve Coffee County, or is it just
no,
Tullahoma?
just Tullahoma
Just the
zoning.
city stuff, yeah.
Just city stuff, which is kind of bizarre, everything that's gone on. And I'm sure Mary and I will discuss that,
Some of that, yeah.
coming up. So with all that said, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Oh, and don't forget, we did Miss Tullahoma this past weekend. So Miss Tullahoma will be on the air just about every day of the week for the next month.
Fabulous.
And it was a good time, and as always, and a bunch of beautiful young ladies and young men standing around nervous holding
Right.
flowers, and moms and dads either happy or mad, and dad's broke.
Well, you know,
The dresses and all the stuff they have to do.
it's a wonderful thing that
Oh, it
they
is.
do. And
And it takes a lot of courage for those young ladies to
plus,
do that.
it helps to give them confidence.
Yeah, it does.
It's not so much about winning a beauty contest, but getting confidence.
Right.
By having the courage to
just
go
like
in there.
we've said before, getting on the stage at South Jackson for the country show or any type of performance, without our small stages in our small towns, there would be no stars.
Right.
There would be no Hunter Girls. There would be no Dustin Lynches, because they have to start somewhere.
Exactly.
And that's where
We're
they start.
pretty blessed here in Tullahoma.
Yes, we have. We'll be right back, though, after these messages.
Baby, you see, I cannot set you free. My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go.
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
He's a little bit of you, he's a little bit of me. He's the trash along the roadside of Tennessee. He's the garbage that we pack. He's the dream we left behind. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. A throwaway bottle or pop top can may not seem much to a traveling man, but a little bit of litter goes a long, long way. Growing, getting bigger every day. Tennessee trash messing up the highways. Tennessee trash jogging up the byways. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee Tennessee. We have met the enemy, and he is us.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
I was skeptical about getting the COVID-19 vaccine. There are a lot of opinions being shared. But I had the chance to talk with my doctor about my concerns. He told me the vaccines are backed by decades of research, and that the vaccines are proven safe and effective. Now I'm protected and ready to put this pandemic behind us. Join the millions of Tennesseans who have decided to give COVID-19 vaccines a shot. Visit covid19.tn.gov to find an appointment today.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Welcome back. Coffee County Library is here today. Miss Daphne, it's so good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
And I think you've got a lot of going on there at the library besides just reading and listening and answering the phone. You have a lot of events, it looks like.
Oh yes, I am always busy.
I'm going to turn it over to you to tell us about some of the events that are going on.
All right, so we have a very busy calendar. If you want to sign up for our newsletter, just send us an email and we'd be happy to send you out one. So today we have the homeschool STEM and city school STEM, which this will be aired afterwards. Tomorrow we have story time at 10 a.m. That's geared towards pre-K ages. And then tomorrow we do not have toddler time because I am going to regional for training.
Oh, good.
And then we have chess tomorrow night. We have chess every second and fourth Thursday. We have a great team.
That's interesting.
It's amazing. We have built up this team, and our volunteer that teaches it, Mr. Eric, is amazing with the kids. They just love it.
And the kids love playing chess.
They do. We have as young as 4 years old.
You know what? If that can take them out of the watching a screen all the time, how wonderful that would be.
Absolutely. This weekend we have our first mother-son dance.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it's superhero themed.
Somebody didn't do that. You know, it's always father-daughter dance.
We had our father-daughter dance in November, and it was a great turnout, and now we're doing mother-son dance.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is really sweet.
And at the same time, we have our teen event, Queso and Questions, at the library.
Your mother-son dance, what time of day is that?
It's from 2 to 4 at Ada Wright, but they have to RSVP with me.
Okay.
And the same thing for the Queso and Questions. It's at the library, and preferably they need to RSVP so we have enough food because we're going to feed them.
Just in case somebody out there that doesn't have a clue where your library is.
It's 1005 Hillsborough Boulevard. It's right next to Jiffy Burger across the street from Food Lion.
You can't miss it. Jiffy Burger's been there a long time.
Yes, very much a staple of the community.
Yeah.
Next week, we actually just booked the people that are be coming on your show next. So they will be coming in Wednesday at 10 o'clock for our story time to give a little extra
Very
treat for the
nice.
kids. We will have toddler time next week as well. And 17th, St. Patrick's Day, we'll have something going on. The 18th, have you heard of Lana Bailey, Dr. Lana Bailey,
I think I
a
have.
local author?
Yes.
Well, she has written an amazing book, and we are going to have
Wonderful.
her for Author Talk. And she's got some surprises in store on the 18th, which is Saturday. Every Saturday this month, we've got something going on.
And what time's the library open on Saturday?
Saturday we open at 9, but the event for the Author Talk is 2 to 4 on the 18th. And then the 25th, we have Seed Swap from 10 to 12. And then I'll be at Old Stone Fort on top of the museum
Good.
reading to the kids.
You're a busy girl.
Yes. We have sensory story time on the 21st. We also have it this morning, but nobody RSVP'd. If you have a little that maybe need a little extra time and little quieter environment that can't really handle the normal story times, I do offer sensory story times for our special littles.
Wonderful.
So that they can have a little bit more one-on-one and a little bit more
Yeah.
encouragement.
Anything you can do to get children interested in reading and loving books is so
I
important.
am all for it. I will bribe kids to read in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
We have 1,000 books before kindergarten that I've got over 20, close to 30 kids involved with now.
That's wonderful.
We've had 6 different kids actually achieve it before the age of 2.
That is awesome.
And now we've got several kids that will come into the library and want to read but kind of struggle, so I bribe them with prizes, and we have a 3D printer, so I'll let them design things.
And they get to design it. That is.
And I'll print it for them if they read so many books.
Do you think we should show those slides?
Sure, yeah.
Whenever they're ready. I don't want to not do it.
Our author talk is with Miss Dr. Lana Bailey,
There we go.
and she wrote a book about the voice of Cruella de Vil, and you can go to our website or our Facebook and see the actual trailer for that.
And so
The seed swap is something brand new,
there we go.
and if you have seeds, bring them. If you don't come anyways, we will have some people teaching you how to do winter sowing with milk jugs, and a couple other various people coming to teach you some things about it.
What a fabulous thing to do. I love
Yeah.
it.
And then spring break, every day of spring break, we will have something going on at the library at 10 a.m. If you miss it, it's okay. I will have take and makes that you can go home and do it with your little one on your own.
Those
And-
are great events.
Yeah.
Did you think all that up?
Yes.
Good for you.
Thank you. So come in, see us, and we hope to see you soon.
How many people would you say belong to the library there at Coffee County?
Oh, hundreds. So last year for summer reading, we had 412 kids registered.
That's wonderful.
And that was an all-time high number.
Yeah.
This year, with the publicity and the different things that I've done, I expect closer to 600.
That's a real nice increase.
And we have, for the final party, we're doing a carnival, and we get to dunk the mayor, Judge
Oh,
Matheny.
what fun.
And I'm hoping to get several.
Have you set the date on that already?
It's June 28th.
Okay.
And
so
it's
you can
going to
talk-
be
you
from.
can come back and talk about that.
Yeah, 10 to 2, and we are needing more volunteers to come help us with the event.
Sure.
It's going to be at the Southern Market and Parking Lot.
And so if anybody wants to volunteer, just call that number.
Yes, so it's going to be kind of like the trunk or treat that we do. If you have a business and you want to represent, come out, set up a booth, face paint, do a game, whatever you want to do. We're all for it.
And is there a cost for that?
It's completely free for people that are registered.
Wonderful. So are you looking for volunteers?
I need volunteers and I need donations because, you know, the
Donations.
economy's bad and our
Yeah.
donations are down.
So if you want to donate, what a wonderful cause,
Yeah.
because it benefits everybody,
It
not
benefits
just the
our
children.
future.
It benefits our communities,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's so important. This Saturday, let's talk about this. What do you have on this
The
Saturday?
dance and the teen event.
The teen event.
So we're going to feed them. If you feed them, they will come, is the theory.
And that's true.
So we're going to give them chips and dip of all different kinds and have them answer trivia questions.
What fun.
Yeah, and our own teen staff is going to host it.
That's especially good because
Yeah.
young people need to be a big part of the side that you're on, getting the information out, and I love that.
Our teen staff is amazing. We've got some great girls.
That's good. But but you're obviously still taking volunteers, so if
Yes.
anybody wants to volunteer or donate money, just give a call here. And I can see that there's enough going on at the Coffee County Library to look forward to every Saturday, and I'll bet you have children that look forward to their time coming
Absolutely.
in. I
We
was
do.
wondering about the 2-year-olds. What is it you do with the 2-year-olds?
We do a lot of STEM activities and articulation and different things with them. So they'll come in and we'll sing, we'll clap, we'll do songs, we'll memory games,
Just
and
fun things.
early literacy
Yeah.
development.
Daphne, what a great program you have there in Coffee County. We hope you'll come back and talk
Absolutely.
about other things. Thank you. We'll be back.
The Bookshelf in Tullahoma is the fundraising arm of the Coffee County Literacy Council. Since 1988, the Literacy Council's goal and purpose has been to support and promote adult basic education in Coffee County. We enable individuals to complete their high school equivalency exam, which helps them get better jobs or continue into higher education. The Bookshelf at 114 Southwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma is where we sell used books which are donated to us by the community. Come see us, bring your books to donate, and join us as you find every genre of books that you can imagine.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me in life care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
Parkview Senior Living, active, independent senior living at its finest.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. Because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
We have some video coverage here of the Miss Tullahoma contest that I know you will enjoy.
And now, I will announce your 2023 Little Miss Tullahoma and her court. Fourth runner-up, number 13, Mia Elizabeth Webb. Third runner-up, number 1, Emery Grace Ratliff. Second runner-up, number 2, McKinley Bell Riddle. First runner-up, number 4, Ella Nicole Gessler. And the 2023 Little Miss Tullahoma, number 11, Kaylin Nicole Fouch. Congratulations. Ava Daniel will crown your 2023 Little Miss Tullahoma. our 2023 Little Miss Tullahoma and her court.
All right, folks, I am here with the newly crowned Little Miss Tullahoma 2023. Tell the folks what your name is, darling.
Clayton Fouch.
Now, where do you go to school?
Farrah.
Farrah? Oh, now are you in kindergarten?
Yeah.
Oh, who's your teacher?
Miss Simpson.
Oh, I bet Miss Simpson and everybody in your class is going to be so proud of you. Oh, yes. Do you have a lot of folks here to support you tonight?
Yeah.
Who all do you have here with you tonight?
My mom and my papa, my stepmom, and my big sister, and my little sister, and my Mimi and Papa and my Nana and Trent.
Wow, you have quite a cheering section over there. Well, tell me, what do you like to do?
I like to swim and play outside.
Swim and play outside? Well, it won't be long. We'll be doing a lot of that, I hope. But tell me, how old are you?
I'm 6 years old.
You're 6 years old. Well, when they were asking the questions, did they ask you your favorite ice cream or if you had a pet at home?
I had a pet.
What do you have?
A dog.
A dog. And what's your puppy dog's name?
Luca.
Luca, I do remember that. Yes, you know, there were more dogs this year, but I think there was only one kitty cat, and her name was Miss Kitty, isn't that right? But did you know all the girls that were up on the stage with you?
Yeah.
Are some of them in your class?
Yeah.
At school? Oh,
yeah.
That's great. That's great. Well, I hope you'll enjoy being Little Miss Tullahoma. You sure are pretty, and you'll get to ride in the Christmas parade in December. That'll be fun, won't it?
Yeah.
Well, you sure have a pretty dress. You look like a ball of cotton candy up there on the stage.
Thank you.
Yes, well, give them a wave, okay? Give them one more wave. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for being with us.
You're welcome.
And now, I will announce your 2023 Junior Miss Tullahoma and her court. Fourth runner-up, number 5, Hallie Tibbs. Third runner-up, number 12, Zoe Roberts. Second runner-up, number 6, Marley Chester. First runner-up, number 9, Savannah Overcast. And the 2023 Junior Miss Tullahoma, number 3, Jadalyn May Passion. Evelyn will crown your 2023 Junior Miss Tullahoma. Our 2023 Junior Miss Tullahoma and her court.
Well, Jadalyn, we want to congratulate you for being the 2023 Junior Miss Tullahoma.
Thank you.
Yeah, tell the folks, where do you go to school? Are you East or West?
I go to West Middle School.
Atta girl. So did I. So did I. Well, tell me, what do you like to do?
Mainly I like playing sports. Sometimes I like to draw.
Really? Do you draw with pencils or paints or?
Mostly pencil.
Mostly pencil. Do you like to do nature or people, or do you?
I like to do nature.
Oh, good for you. And so what sports do you play?
I do dance, soccer, cheer.
Oh, wow. So you do pretty much all of it,
Yeah.
huh? That's great. Well, now, what grade are you in?
8.
8th grade. So you'll be coming to the high school next year.
Yeah, I will.
Are you excited about that?
I'm a little nervous, but mostly excited.
Oh, everybody will take you under their wing and be real good to you. I know that.
I'm
for
sure they will.
Well, now, who all do you have here with you tonight?
Well, I have my grandparents, my parents, some of my cousins.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you have your own cheering squad.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we thank you so much. And you know, one of the things that you'll get to do, and when it rolls around December, you'll get to ride in the Christmas parade.
Yep.
That'll be fun.
Yes.
But we also do that. We do the filming for the Christmas parade, so we'll look forward to seeing you ride down Jackson, okay? Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Thank you.
Oh, honey, you're welcome. We wish you all the best.
At this time, Miss Ansley Vaughn will take her final walk as the reigning Miss Tullahoma. Thank you, Ansley. And now, I will announce your 2023 Miss Tullahoma and her court. Fourth runner-up, number 19, Olivia Ann Bowen. Third runner-up, number 24, Jaden Brianna Keith. Second runner-up, number 11, Brooklyn Danae Hampton. First runner-up, number 4, Hannah Aline Chesser. And the 2023 Miss Tullahoma, number 14, Addison Elizabeth Mahaffey. Congratulations. Miss Ansley Vaughn will crown your 2023 Miss Tullahoma. Our 2023 Miss Tullahoma and her court. Please allow Candy Couch to make her way to the stage and take a picture of Miss Tullahoma and her court. After that, those who are interested in making pictures, make your way to the stage.
Everybody, I'm so excited to be here with my friend, the new Miss Tullahoma of 2023, Addison Elizabeth Mahaffey. And isn't she pretty? And tonight, I was just so excited to see all of you all out there and all your pretty long hair. You know, there were only 4 people in the whole pageant that wore their hair up. And most of the girls had beautiful long hair like you. And so
you.
Tell everybody about you. And you are a senior?
Yes, I'm a senior here at Tullahoma High School. I am working on getting my CNA license currently, and I'm going to go to Tennessee Tech in the fall to pursue nursing.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
Absolutely wonderful. Can you imagine if you're in a room feeling bad and somebody like this walks in? Wouldn't that make you just instantly feel better? Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Well, I know you've been cheering. What else do you do with the high school?
Cheer is the only thing I do here at the high school. I'm also part of HOSA, but I dance outside of school, and I teach gymnastics every Wednesday.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Wow. So you'll tumble for us, huh?
Sure.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Well, now, 4 years ago, I had the pleasure of sitting right here, and when we were congratulating you for the Junior Miss crown, and here we are. Just beauty runs in your family. You have a beautiful family, and such
Thank you.
wonderful. I mean, there's so many of them here.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Isn't that
They're
great?
everywhere.
They're so proud of you and all that. Isn't that great? So what are you going to do this summer before you go off to school?
Once I finish my CNA course, I'm going to hopefully go work at NHC or a living facility and continue to get some practice in with CNA skills to go into nursing. I also am going to continue teaching Tennessee gymnastics.
That's great. Oh, that's great. Was there anything else you would like to say to the crowd? You know you'll be in the Christmas parade. That's a given.
I will be in the Christmas parade, so look for me.
Okay.
Thank you to my family who literally pushes me all the time. And they're all standing right here in front of me watching me talk. And it's kind of awkward, but it's okay.
And you know what? I thought it was so sweet that you said your mom is your best friend. That is so sweet.
That was actually a surprise. So whenever I was getting ready today, me and my aunt decided this is something that we're going to do for my mom, and we made it up, and she's been with me all day long, so trying to practice that answer was so hard because she was always next to me. So during the time before the top 10, I was constantly reading over and over and over.
That is so sweet. Oh, I'm even touched by that. Okay, well, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
I love you, and I love your family. So
we love y'all.
We wish you a happy reign. And that's okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Duck River Watershed Society wants to invite you to our second annual spring cleanup on Saturday, March 4th at the Fire Lake Public Use and Boat Ramp. We are a nonprofit organization that focuses on ensuring the Duck River Watershed continues to benefit those who live, work, and recreate on it. We need volunteers to help with cleaning up parts of Normandy Lake down to the winter water drawdown line. Sign up at our website, duckriverwatershedsociety.com, and help do your part.
Hi, my name is Ringo, here at Barkview Senior Living. They're human-friendly. That's why I love it here, and so does my senior human. When they want a bite, they get chef-prepared meals, and so do I. Movies in the theater, day trips, walks on the trail, and other senior humans to play with. The grass and the grounds are exquisite. It's everything my human needs to be healthy and active. Barkview. A Parkview Senior Living. For your dog's best friend, you.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how's sketches, me? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes. Look at that. You didn't turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you got to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Surrounded by the most wonderful musicians that are going to be performing for South Jackson Civic Center at the St. Patrick's Night event March 17th. So call up South Jackson or go to southjackson.org and order a ticket right now. There's all prices of tickets. There's for children and adults as well. Anyway, write that down. Give a call, make a reservation. This is Inge Wood, and I'm going to let her introduce her family and friends here, okay?
Thank you, Peggy. It's always a pleasure to be here this fabulous morning with my husband, Jim Wood.
That's fantastic fiddler.
Yeah, we moved to this area we live in Bedford County, close enough. In 1999, and we just are delighted of all the art and of the support that we've had over the last 20-something years. And we're bringing with us today Angela Wood. Yes, she is related. She's
You're very on.
On bass and percussion, Baron. This is a traditional Irish drum. And Dakota Lowen on the right on guitar, and a beautiful singing voice for the concert, but yes. So, yes.
And everybody knows Jim Wood, I would think.
Yes.
I mean, who can get past his violin and fiddle playing. I don't know, what do you call yourself, a fiddler or a violinist? Or
You know,
both?
it's funny. I say either one without even thinking about
Right.
it, so I don't even notice which comes out of
And
my mouth.
I heard a great violinist say one time, it just depends on who's playing and what they decide to play.
That's right. It's
Or
about
what the
styles.
what the instrument is.
In
Yeah.
folk music, usually it's called a fiddle, and in classical music and jazz, it's usually called a violin.
Right.
So, but it's like Perlman, the most famous classical violinist alive, calls his a fiddle. So.
Right. Now, I know that you're going to do something about a dance workshop, so let's throw that out there so people have an idea about what that is.
Well, so every St. Patrick's Day, I get this like need to
dance.
to bring up my sean-nós dancing. Sean-nós is a traditional Irish dance style, and I guess you could compare it to buck dancing. American
Right.
buck dancing is a very low
Experience.
elevation
Yeah.
of the feet, and is more about the percussion and the sounds. We are, may I
Yes.
introduce our
We're
special
going to have a
event?
workshop, right?
Yes. So we are really excited to extend an invitation to the community to do workshop on St. Patrick's Day, March the 17th,
Which is at the
yeah, it's
Civic
a
Center.
Friday, at 5 o'clock at the South Jackson Center. And we want to invite the people that will attend the free workshop to dance on stage with us, what they learn. We're going to learn
That
some
would be
basic
fun. And
sean-nós
if I was
stage.
going to say, if there's not room on stage, they can dance in the front on the floor. And the workshop will be in the London Hall, which is the back, down at the end of the hall at South Jackson. So when you come in and get your tickets, you just go a little further, and on the left is London Hall.
That's right. And keep in mind that there is no age limitation here. Little kids can do this with people of all ages, because this is a people's dance. It's not highly intense, and it's very
And now,
basic.
Was the second number you're going to do, were you going to dance?
Yes.
Why don't
Well,
we do?
actually, that's going to be the third number.
Oh, I'm
Third
sorry.
number.
Okay.
We want to let her sing first, so she's not
Okay.
counting
Oh,
when
yes.
she finishes
Oh,
the
I see.
last song.
You guys can do everything, so I don't want to lose all our
Thank you.
time talking. But
So, yes, why don't you tell them about this song here, honey?
Okay. This is it's called "If I Were a Blackbird," and Irish songs. They are either songs about loved ones that they don't see anymore, or about drunk songs.
Right.
So I'm going to go with the love song.
love song. What? No drunk song? Okay. All right, take it away.
1, 2, 3, yeah.
My story is sad. For once I was carefree and in love with a lad. He courted me sweetly by night and by day. But now he has left me and gone far away. If I were a blackbird, I'd whistle and sing. I'd follow the vessel that my true love sails in. And in the tough rigging, I would there build my nest. And I'd flutter my wings up his broad golden chest. He offered to take me to Donnybrook Fair, to buy me fine ribbons, tie them up in my hair. He promised to marry and to stay by my side. And then in the morning he sailed with the tide. beautiful.
An Irish girl.
Well,
isn't that wonderful?
I
All
would
right,
do.
listen. There's a lot more going on than dancing and singing. We open at 5 o'clock, and we have the Band of Pearls will be playing in the front room while you get all kinds of food. If you want to, you have Irish food, green beer. There's a full bar. There's live entertainment everywhere, and there's kids work, kids fun. They have a treasure hunt and other things. So be sure and get your ticket. And I wish I had more time, but to have the honor of this wonderful quartet of players doing our stage show thrills me. I am just...
We're tickled all the support you've given us and the entire arts community.
Well,
we've been here, like I said, like I said, 24 years. You've been at the
I've
epicenter
known
of
you
things,
there.
and we
Yeah, it's
appreciate
been a
everything
long
you've
time.
done. Yeah.
So we're going to close out with...
Toss the feathers.
All right.
Toss the feathers.
Okay.
Okay, be sure and show up on the 17th for some more wonderful music. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Thank you
Peggy.
very much.
And
Thanks for having us.
everybody. Channel 6.
We'll be back. Who knows? What I don't know what we're coming back for, but after this, what do we need?
Clayton's has been Tullahoma's shoe store for over 120 years, and Florence Hall continues that tradition today. We're the only shoe store in town that starts with measuring your foot to make sure you get the perfect fit in a quality shoe. That includes narrow through wide widths for men, women, and children. Clayton Shoes, the family shoe store you'll love.
We're gonna fit your style. We're gonna make you smile. Service and quality at Clayton Shoe Store. We're gonna fit your style.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
STEM is everywhere. Like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead.
When we break down clothes, we tumble it with trisodium phosphate, rock salt, and dish detergent.
We stitched together images of our model and created a 3D set that can be walked through in a VR headset.
We're able to turn 12 walkers into 1,000 walker boards.
STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. What will you make with STEM? Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Talking history about this and that. It's Conversations with John and Pat. With John and Pat. With John and Pat.
Hello everyone, I'm John Rickman.
And I am Pat Welch, and John, we're here today for segment 68 of the Conversations with John and Pat.
It's wonderful to be here.
That's it. 68's going to be great.
And the song I'm going to sing is one that we've done before. It's called Swapping Knives. An old man here in Tullahoma one time, he said, son, don't try to treat me this way. I don't make any money on my knives. I just like to trade. Well, this is a song.
Trade and take.
Well, I was bumming around in Lewisburg, getting kind of hot and tired. So I took a seat beneath the big shade tree in the Marshall County Courthouse yard. There was men standing round in overalls, their pockets filled with merchandise. They was chewing tobacco, whittling cedar, telling jokes and swapping knives. Well, an old man walked up to me, carving on a piece of wood. Said, hey young feller, how you trade on knives? And the one he had looked good. Well, I looked it over and I gave it back. He said, hold on son, I got more. He pulled out a sack filled with knives. He looked like a walking store, and it's what he said. What do you give me for a tree brand boker with a tree on every blade? Here's a John D. Primble and a genuine Barlow, and I ain't a kissing crane. Here's a double X case and an old hen rooster, a queen and an old time charade. I make no money on my knives, I just like to trade. Well, I reached down into my blue jeans and I pulled out my old knife. I figured that it wasn't worth too much, I'd carried it half my life. But when he offered me a brand new knife for my old piece of blade, I thought to myself, you old fool, yes sir, it's a deal I'll trade. Well, the old man kind of chuckled as he walked away from me. He didn't have nothing to laugh about as far as I could see. But when I saw a fella give him $100 for that old knife of mine, I recollected every word in that old knife swapper's line. Here's what he said. What do you give me for a tree brand boker with a tree on every blade? Here's a Gin D. Primble and a genuine Barlow, and I ain't a kissing crane. Here's a double X case and an old hen rooster, a queen and an old time charade. I make no money on my knives, I just like to trade. You old liar, you. Wrote that a long time ago, Pat.
John, I believe you took lessons from that guy because there was a time period where you used surplus and returned and damaged goods from the builder supply and made dog houses.
You know.
And a lot of times, you know, your whole attitude with the prospective customer was, I'm not making any money on these dog houses, I just want your dog to be warm and dry.
You know, I think I've given up all my whatever I might have owned at that time. As far as being able to trade, I think I've lost all that ability.
Lost the art?
I think
well, you got to practice it.
I get taken almost every time now. Today, we're talking about license plates. And what I remember and what Pat remembers are back before in 1957 is when Tennessee went to rectangular plates. But before that, the plates looked like the outline of the state of Tennessee. And put up that first picture, Philip, if you don't mind. That is a picture of me as a little tyke, and my mother had a camera, and I guess today she would be, you know, she would be on the iPhone or whatever taking pictures of all the family. She did take a lot of pictures of us. And that's, my daddy was putting on a plate, license plate on the back of our old car. And I guess she said, put this on your daddy's back. So that's what I did. And so she took a
that's
picture
great,
of me.
John.
And if you can tell, you can see my dad has a little male pattern baldness there.
Just a little.
And I
What's wrong with that?
I should have been worried right at that time, knowing that was coming. But what's wrong with that? But my dad, he was down on his knee there trying to put those plates on, and there was a time when the plates went on the front and the back of the car.
For a long time.
I put down some thoughts here about the Tennessee plates are the most desirable plates in the world, so I was told. They weren't sold between
in the before the rectangulars.
Yeah.
Those were the desired plates.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. Between 1943 and 1945, they weren't sold, and then again in 1954 for whatever reason. I guess the war was the reason they didn't.
They didn't want to use the extra metal. The metal was going in the bullets.
That's right. And then in 1957 they went to rectangular, and before that time they were shaped in the form of Tennessee. And in my youth, the plates had a number that signified the county, and in your youth
in
as
that
well.
same way, yeah.
And Marshall County was number 32. That meant we were the 32nd largest county in the state, and
I believe we were 24.
You were, is what I remember. And the smallest
Smoore County is 95.
And you know, there was, you said that, you told me that, but I have...
we're going to have a dispute right here, aren't we?
Yeah, I had Van Buren as number 95, but that's disputed. Memphis was number 1. Nashville, I think, was 2 at that time.
Which would be Shelby and Davidson.
Yes, right. And if we were done in the same way today, Nashville would be number 1 because they're the largest city now, or in county. There were special plates manufactured for motorbikes, motorcycles, farm vehicles, commercial plates, and they were marked with a C.
I imagine you're going to get into Coach Carden here before too much longer, but I did see he had some motorcycle tags, I believe, that were in the outline of the state, too.
Yes,
didn't
he did. And he had quite a collection at one time, and went lots of places collecting them. And the license plate I thought most interesting, though, was the plate of 1951. If you would put that up, Philip. Now, the license plate of 1951 is what color, Pat?
It was orange with the outline being white. And that was because in 1951, UT was national champions.
Consensus
Football.
College football champions. And who coached the Vols that year?
General Neyland.
That is right. And they were 10-0 in the regular season, but in the Sugar Bowl they were beaten by Maryland 13-28, and I guess they announced them as national champions prior to that game.
That happened several times. We've talked about that too. And after finally, I think Alabama ended up doing that in '65, and they played in the Orange Bowl against Texas and got beat. Some people think that they shouldn't have been beat because Joe Namath came in with a gimpy leg and had a quarterback sneak. And there were so many people piled up you couldn't tell where the ball was. And he swears that his waist was at the goal line, that he'd scored, and they disallowed, took the score off. And so they got beat, but they had won the national championship because they didn't take another vote. Well, the next year they were going to vote after the bowl games to keep that from happening. And the top 3 teams got beat that day. Alabama was 4th, and they beat Nebraska, I believe, in one of the bowls, and that made them national champions. So whatever happened there, the people that were not Alabama fans were not real happy with how that got worked.
And I could tell there was a lot of sour grapes about Joe Namath not making over the goal line. You seem to be bitter about that.
Did it show?
Yes, a little bit. And then you were so happy when you told about them coming in the other way.
Well, they still won.
What kind of offense did they run?
They were single wing big time.
Yes, they were.
Yeah. And we talked about that with Coach Cooper, and his last season would have been 50. He missed that national championship by one season. He played on some fine teams.
Now, there was a player for the University of Tennessee in 1951, and I happened to meet him one time. Put his picture up there. That's Doug Atkins, and Doug Atkins was from Humboldt, Tennessee, West Tennessee, and he went to UT and he was a part of that team. I think you knew some others that were on that team, but the reason I sang the knife swapping song, our little group, us two and him, played at the Knife Collectors Association one year and National Association meeting, and he was there. And they presented him a knife. And I read a little bit about Doug Atkins just to find out a little something about him. Being from Humboldt.
How old do you think he was in that picture there? When was that picture taken?
I'd say 50s. I'd say it was, well, I might be wrong, but that was about 1985, I'd say.
He was one of the first really big linemen that was in good shape, too.
Yeah.
He had almost no stomach and was way over 6 feet and could absolutely fly. They said he was a real good basketball player.
He played center on the state championship team there at Humboldt, and he went to UT on a basketball scholarship, as I understand. And then General Neyland got him to come out for football. Well, he was 6'8", well, he might have been this weight when he was pro ball, but he was 6'8", 257 pounds, and he was drafted by the Cleveland Browns. And the Cleveland Browns traded him. I'm not sure how long he was there, and then they traded him. But after they traded, one of the 10 worst trades in the history of pro football was Doug Atkins being traded to another team.
Well, he was some kind of player, and let's see, Applebee's used to have some old memento pictures, and he was in one of them in that corner of the end zone before they closed both ends, and was on one knee by himself. And I'm telling you, he looked like he was built like he was 150 pounds, but he weighed 250 and was 6'8". He was some kind of monster.
He was as you remember, Bob Neyland, General Neyland, was a strict disciplinarian. Haywood Harris said of General Neyland, the common thread that runs through the 1951 team is the love and respect combined with a healthy dose of fear. The players expressed toward General Neyland. And I'm going to save a couple of other pictures for another segment I have on another subject.
Man,
So,
sometime we've got a good story that Coach Cooper told me one time about discipline from the general that didn't involve him, but involved one of his teammates.
all right. Thank you so much for listening to our story about license plate and Doug Atkins.
And that is segment 68's in the books.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully we've got more stories to tell if management will allow them. Thank y'all.
Talking history about this and that. It's conversations with John and Pat. With John and Pat. With John and Pat.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Okay, here we go.
3, 2.
3, 2, 1.
COVID-19 has been a really long and difficult fight.
So when we start talking about COVID, I completely get it. It's frustrating.
We've all been impacted one way or another.
The fight against COVID is also changing really quickly.
And it's sometimes really hard to keep up. So here are a few things we know.
We are not fighting the same virus from 2020.
Right now, new variants are a lot more contagious and need to be taken seriously.
Getting vaccinated and staying boosted is the best way to keep you protected from COVID-19 and help you stay out of the hospital.
Even if you got COVID before, it's important that you go get your COVID booster.
COVID vaccines are safe.
much safer than getting COVID-19.
We all want this to end sooner than later.
So go ahead and do things.
Go out and live your life, but get vaccinated. Stay boosted.
We can all do our part.
And get back to living. You can go to getvaccineanswers.org for more information.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and I'm here today with our city planner. Or what is your exact title right now?
Right now, my title, I'm the planning director.
Planning director,
Yeah.
Mary Samaniego, and we're here to talk about what's going on in planning and codes. And you know, we have a 2040 plan. Our 2040 plan got chunked.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going back to a 2011 plan. And in the meantime of all of this happening,
Mm-hmm.
we can't get anything zoned until decisions are made. Right? Pretty much. I mean, the zoning is hard to come by right now.
Yes, it's hard to come by. It's hard to get. Property owners can still obviously apply for rezonings, but there's kind of uncertainty with the plans now, because we're still operating under the 2011 plan as it was originally written. We're in the process of updating that plan. I just did a press release on that yesterday, that the revised 2011 plan has worked its way through the board-appointed Comprehensive Plan Development Committee. So there's a draft ready for public comment. You can find that revised 2011 plan with the associated future land use map on the City of Tullahoma webpage under the Planning Department, Long Range Planning. We're asking citizens, we're giving them 30 days to comment. You comment directly to my email, so I can track all the comments, and then I will give those comments at the end of the 30-day period back to the Comprehensive Plan Development Committee. They'll take those comments under considerations for possible revisions. And then that plan, the revised 2011 plan, then will work its way through the public hearing process at the Planning Commission, and then ultimately the Board of Mayor and Aldermen. So because that we're currently working under the existing 2011 plan, this new plan is kind of on the horizon imminently in the next few months. And then after that's adopted, there's going to begin work over 2 years on the long range plan. So with all this long range planning kind of in flux, it's created a certain level of uncertainty in the development community as far as trying to get properties rezoned.
I don't know the ins and outs and ups and downs of this, but watching the meeting the other night, or 2 weeks ago, or whenever it was, there's a guy up there, and I felt so sorry for him. He's been trying and trying and trying to get his property in a way where he can fix his house, and he can't do it because it's zoned commercial all of a sudden or something.
What it is, that resident, I've been working with him for over a year. He has a piece of property that has a single wide trailer on it. It is on a piece of property that, per the 2011 plan, is supposed to be, the future land use plan, is that property is supposed to go to industrial. And he's in an industrial zoning district. So the code says that he's got an old single wide that's falling apart. It's a grandfathered use because single wide mobile homes aren't a permitted use in an industrial zoning district. So the code says if you remove that non-conforming use or grandfathered use off the property, you can only replace it with a conforming use, which is an industrial use. So if he moves the trailer off the property, he can't put a house back on under the industrial zoning. So then the thought is, well, can I change my zoning to residential? Whenever there's a rezoning and you look at changing the zoning, you have to go by the comprehensive plan. the comprehensive plan wants that lot and that surrounding area to be industrial. So he's stuck. The thought is that when we're working through the 2040, and he's just one example, there's many other residential properties that in the 2011 plan are either a commercial future land use designation or a industrial future land use designation. And all these houses are grandfathered now. So the 2040 plan that we had drafted, when we redid the future land use map, we tried to rectify those issues where we recognize
so that's one
the
of the
existing
things, yeah.
development pattern.
Right.
Okay, where are all the houses? Do we want these neighborhoods to stay houses? Everybody was in agreement, yes. So let's go ahead and put those in a residential land use category in the
Right.
future land use plan. That is one of, if not the biggest element of this revised 2011 plan that we just released for public comment.
So
everybody should look at the map. For the most part, existing neighborhoods that were like industrial or commercial are now being recognized as either single-family residential, or there's some neighborhoods kind of north of downtown that have like the R2 zoning district where there's a mix of apartment or duplexes and houses.
Right.
We put that in the medium density land use category, which allows apartments and, duplexes and houses. So really we're redid the future land use plan map to closely reflect what's actually out there.
Yeah, okay.
The actual uses that are in,
Right.
as opposed to the original 2011 plan had this concept of areas of town, the existing houses and existing uses being completely demolished and replaced with new uses. So houses being demolished, replaced with commercial uses, houses being demolished, replaced
So
with
whoever
industrial
wrote
uses.
that was predicting the future. You can't predict the future.
Well, you can't. I mean, it's one tactic you could use, but again, the 2011 plan was obviously adopted in 2011. Now it's 2023. It's been 12 years. Very few of any of those types of projects have occurred. Developers have not come in and bought out
Okay.
houses to put in commercial uses, have not come in and bought out a block of houses to put in industrial uses.
Right, right.
So it was one tactic, or it was one option that they tried. It didn't work, so now we're going to try another option.
So as we're working through this process, this gentleman, it sounds like to me, in a reasonable amount of time, will have relief.
Yes. If
Well,
the
good
map
for
is
him and
adopted,
good for us.
yeah, and as well as all the other people, they should have relief. We're going to change the plan map to reflect what's currently the existing uses out there, and then we anticipate maybe doing a staff or a city-initiated rezoning, so those people don't have to come to me and pay the rezoning fee to fix the zoning on their property and rezone them all back to residential.
Right, there you go. Okay, well, what we're going to do is Mary is going to stay with us here. And, we have a show called Insight, and that is giving you insight into things you need to know locally. And Mary's going to stay, and Mary and I will do an Insight show, which will be about 30 minutes or so. So we're going to get in more depth about what's going on and with our zoning and the re-establishment of some of this stuff. And I really love it when Mary's over here because she's a pretty sharp cookie, and I know she knows what she's talking about. And I've been through this. A lot of people. I wonder sometimes, how many people on our planning commission have ever built anything or ever had to pull a permit.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to know how it affects people like this guy, or people like the contractor who's going to have to pay another $10,000 in interest waiting on you to make a decision. So we'll be on Insight, and look for that because it'll be on for the next month, okay? And with that said, we'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And, we hope we've entertained you today. That's what we're here to do, and give you information. Loved having Jim Wood and Inge and their family on here. And that event at South Jackson will be outstanding. Take time to go down there and watch these people, consummate professionals, and what they do. And it's just a joy to be around them. And, enjoy springtime. Enjoy your Easter season, and remember what the season's all about. And hey, even go find an egg hunt if you can find one. I don't know whether there's one around town or not, but I'm sure there are in different churches and different places. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.